If you guys have not seen the movie, you have to go see it. It is an amazing story. Did you guys have any idea the magnitude that this movie would have on the public?
Not as much as it's gone beyond all our expectations, including Sasha's.
I think I was the only one who did. But that's just I suppose that's just the optimistic part of my personality. But it's just that it's such a compelling thing. Anvil is a band that was very glad to be in the underground and proud of it. We created music for the sake of creating music. We never commercialized. And what I thought, being told that we were going to make a movie, this is the ultimate example of what heavy metal is really about. It's not about the big bands that made it. By the vast majority, the metal genre is made up of bands like Anvil. And there's an endless list, thousands of bands that we actually represent and are a prime example of. Now, what makes this particularly a little bit more compelling is we made an impact on musicians very early on in the genre, and created somewhat of a what I would call a tributary of hard rock in the name of speed metal, one of the very first pioneers of that. This made it a little bit more of a special thing because we stayed in the underground. This would be what I figured once the movie came out, it would bring that truth and reality and give a new face to what people perceived as what heavy metal was about. Generally speaking, heavy metal was looked at by the masses as noise made by mindless drug addicts. But the real truth is that we're real people who are hardworking and very honest and dedicated to what we do. That's what the real truths are.
And that's obviously, a lot of interviews going back to Story of Metal. They send these people to do these interviews and stuff like that, and it's portrayed in a negative way, like you said, drug abuse or whatever in these bands. It's totally, if you see this movie, you see it from a different form of light. You see it from more of a family. The families are involved. It's more of a story of encompassing everything about the guys in the band. It's more than music. It's basically a way of life. Wouldn't you say that?
That's right. Absolutely. It gives the perspective, actually a real true perspective. You see, through the years, there's been hundreds of videos and DVDs made of bands. And everybody's so busy in trying to make themselves look like they're gods when they're not. People, I think, are pretty damn sick of it. Bands making DVDs and giving everybody free booze and free tickets to get in, and you got a full house, when the reality is they couldn't draw flies. People are tired of that. Let's see the truth. This is a movie that shows the brutal, honest truth. Most bands probably wouldn't have the guts or the balls to do it. We did.